What is up, gentlemen? Welcome to the Hawkaholics podcast presented by Hawkeye Heaven. I'm your host, Brad, along with my co-host, Brandon. And, of course, we are also joined tonight.
What's up?
Three's company tonight with Mr. Levi Thompson from Hawkeye Heaven. What's up, man?
What's up, gentlemen? How are you guys?
Fantastic, sir. How are you?
I'm doing well. Just got done with a little football practice, got some supper in me, and ready to go.
Hell yeah, man. Ready to talk some hot football, man. I'm excited, man. Brandon, what have you been up to this week?
Hey, Brad.
Yo.
Tell everybody about your little spiel going on right now.
What, my hurricane?
Yeah.
I'm not there right now. If you can see my thing.
So what? It still counts.
I'm basically in Canada right now, so I don't have no hurricane. I'm freezing my ass off up here.
Your family's there, though. Still.
Yeah, they're there. Everything's good right now, man. I'm just worried about losing power. That's the only shit I'm worried about, man. But everything's good. Milton ain't scaring me yet. So what's been up with you, man? Can you hear me all right?
I can hear you.
You're cutting in and out. Stupid Canadians. It might be my fault, too.
Stupid Eastern Iowa. Got that small town.
Basically, for you, we could just blame Canada.
We're there. Yeah, we can blame Canada. That's fine. We'll just blame it on me. So if there's any issues tonight, we'll blame Milton and Canada. Does that work?
Sure.
Perfect.
Man, you really are having a hard time hearing me. It's like
Me
a
or
huge
you?
delay. Levi, can you hear me fine?
No, I've noticed.
I think it might be Brandon's feed because I can hear you perfectly fine, Brad. But Brandon, you're kind of cutting out a little bit.
Canada, my ass. That's you, man.
Let's try it.
Well, welcome in, everybody. Man, Levi, glad you could join us, man. Appreciate you coming on. And, man, big news today for you, if I read right, in the Iowa Hawkeye community here as the Wave. Give me 1 second here.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I seen that. Actually, Brandon was the one that sent it over to me, and I was like, "Oh, that's sweet."
I can't believe I'm the first. How did you? I can't believe I had to tell you, dude.
You did. I was like,
I had to tell you.
What are you talking about?
I guess you could call this breaking news almost, but most people have already heard it. So another awesome award for the Wave, man. That's got to feel awesome and so cool just for you, obviously, as being a part of getting it started. And then, obviously, me as a Hawkeye fan, and I don't know about you, Brandon, to speak of, but that's awesome, man. This is such a cool thing. And I travel for work, and this is all people tell me about is Caitlin Clark and the Wave.
Yep.
Everywhere I go, man.
Yeah, I remember.
So,
the voting was up for, I don't know, it was probably 3 weeks that they were voting for it, and I tried to get the link up as much as possible, but I think people must have voted. So
well deserved, man. There was no doubt about it.
Cool.
I want to know the top 5.
Yeah, did they release the top 10 or anything, or
I
did
haven't
they just?
I haven't seen anything.
Because for a while there, you could track it and you could see where everybody's like the standings are at when you voted, but then they took that away and you could still vote, but you couldn't see the standings anymore. Like
who was up there?
So,
do you remember?
It was Army Navy. That tradition was that actually before I started posting the link, that was number 1. What else was up there? Jump Around was on there for sure. What else was on there? I don't even remember, to be honest. Besides
the one that matters.
They had like 20 of them. There was like 20 traditions they had on there.
So that's impressive.
Hey, we said it when we had you on week 2 of the show. Best tradition of college football. Boom.
100%.
Here it is again. So that's awesome, man. What a great thing on a Wednesday for us. Midweek hump day, breaking news, award for the Wave, man. So that's awesome stuff. And but yeah, I'm gonna take I do want to give a shout out. So the kid captain this week. So I want to give a shout out to Jackson Castile. If you're watching or your family's watching, you don't know me, but I am one of your cousins from down the line. So pretty cool. We're rooting for you, man. Cool experience. I hope you enjoy it, and keep fighting, little man. I don't know if you guys read into that, but one of the syndromes.
I post the kid captain every week, usually on Thursday, so that post will go up tomorrow. So,
yeah, dude. When I read he has a syndrome that only less than 150 people have in the entire world. That's
holy
just
smoke.
Yeah, dude. I was like, my mouth dropped, and so kudos to that man and that boy and his family for fighting hard, man. And excited that they'll going to be the kid's captain this week, and hopefully he'll be able to watch Iowa take that dub, baby. So,
heck yeah.
Well, should we get the dirty out of the way that we call the Ohio State game, gentlemen?
It wasn't terrible until third quarter.
Yeah, that's where it gets interesting. So, Levi, what were your thoughts? Obviously, first half, not bad.
So
overall,
the first half was really good with me because I was on a golf course, which is weird, right? So during a Hawkeye game, I don't usually miss anything, but I had it up on my phone. I was in Galena, Illinois, playing some golf this weekend. So as soon as I started watching on the TV, we started to get our asses kicked. So maybe I should have just stayed off.
That's okay.
Head back to the golf course, man.
Right. So, but no, yeah, I didn't see it. Like I said, I just seen bits and pieces of the first half. But yeah, the second half, I mean, it got out of hand quickly in the second half. But
yeah, that third quarter, just like, I don't know, man. I was.
Yeah,
I mean,
they got some playmakers on that squad. I mean, I think they're going to be right there in the national championship game. You know what I mean? So.
Oh, for sure, man. And shit, we talked about it last week. Their wide receivers were probably going to be a big difference maker in that game. And sure,
that one-handed grab he had, holy cow, that was incredible.
Ain't nothing you could do about that, man.
No,
that was actually good coverage.
That was good coverage. I thought the same thing when he caught that. That's just talent winning right there.
Yeah, that's the players we don't get.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were saying stuff about Jeremiah Smith, that freshman, but it ended up being that Amika guy who got three tutties on us, something like that.
They're both studs, but man,
yeah,
it's. I don't know. I just think that for a second there, though, I thought we're going to keep it close, but second half had other plans for us.
Yeah,
pessimist me was loving every second of this, and then third quarter is when my blood pressure hiked up.
Your blood pressure hiked up?
It did.
How high do you think it got in that third quarter?
I was so pissed. Well, I don't like to be that guy yelling at a certain player, but there was a certain somebody that I was kind of yelling at. If you take 2 6s, 6 times 2.
You can say it, man. You can say it.
I don't want to do that because then I'm gonna get yelled at by Ramick or whatever his name is. I gotta be positive. Oh, there's Timmy.
Tim's got you.
You knew Tim was going to be around. I was watching him last week. His comments.
Thanks, Timmy.
Old noodle arm strikes again.
Can I ask you gentlemen something? I want to know what the hell has happened to him from Michigan to Iowa. Like, what happened from the year he won the Big Ten championship and made the playoffs to now? What the hell happened? What do you guys think?
He was surrounded by 4 and 5 stars. You can hide it.
That's kind of what I was thinking too.
If you just throw it into range to Ohio State's wide receivers, more than likely they're going to go up and get it. That ain't the case for us.
Yeah.
I think
Do you know the last time Cade McNamara threw a touchdown against a Power 5 school? Do you know who it was against?
Was it us?
It was us. 21.
Yeah, that's some of my stats of this game, man. So, Cade McNamara has 3 touchdown tosses this year. He has 0 since week 1.
He's going to get one this week.
I think he's going to get one this week too.
I hope so, because I'll be
Brandon
there, so.
Sullivan has 3 this week.
I want for Brad. Brad, I'm rooting for you now.
What? Sully?
I want you to be right. I want both of us to have like a head-to-head competition because I was Jacob Gill and you were Sully. I want us to both I want it to be neck and neck because that means something's gone right.
Yeah. Last touchdown pass versus Power 5, 2021 versus Iowa in the Big Ten championship game.
Hey, Sully had a touchdown drive against Ohio State. It was the backup, but still counts.
Hey, I'll take it. Man.
Their backups are just as good as most people's starters, so we got to count it, right?
Here's the thing: they're still 4 and 5 stars. They're backups.
Exactly, 100%.
They're still talented as hell, man. And I've seen people dog. Okay, first of all, the game slowly came in and he stumbled on his feet. Everybody's dogging him for that. I don't know if y'all remember when Brock Purdy came in one year and missed the handoff to Mason, and everybody dogged him. And like, oh, this is the guy you got, blah, blah, blah. And now look at Brock Purdy. Like, dude, he slipped. It doesn't make him a bad football player. Like, come on, dude.
Or does it? How are your Niners doing right now?
Brock Purdy's doing fine.
Yeah.
Niners
lost them.
They're just banged up, man.
Yeah, they can't get healthy, bro. And when 2 of your best players skip out on all your preseason, it doesn't help. They're not in game shape, man. You're kind of shit out of luck with that one.
They play tomorrow night.
Man. Not to mention, God.
Disgusting.
That's the same shit Iowa State did to him, by the way. I don't know if you remember it, but they muscled the hell out of him, and he couldn't do a damn thing.
Yeah. Yeah, he'll get bigger and stronger, but
for sure.
He's definitely got a lot of upside.
Please pull that up. Thank you.
Listen, I've said it every week. I don't hate Cade McNamara, but this is a business, and he is not the answer. I'm sorry. And the fact that he was said that he's getting better every single week just blew my mind.
Bullshit.
Better at what?
Better at what?
I don't know. I want to know. I want to find out. I just don't. I mean, what do you have? 2 fumbles and a pick this week? 3 turnovers? Something like that? Like, what got better?
Mm-hmm.
He went for last 2 games. He's thrown for 160 yards combined. There's dudes doing that in first quarters for most teams. He's doing that in 2 full games. Like, I know part of it's our offense, but some of it, I mean that's not bad defense either. He just needs to turn his head.
Yeah.
I hate people like that.
Got to turn your head. Levi, what was your pick on the game before it?
What do you mean?
What was going to be your prediction before it?
For
Just out of curiosity.
For the Ohio State game. The Ohio State game? Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Ohio State. Yeah, I knew it. I knew it was going to take a miracle to hang with these guys. So yeah, I had Ohio State winning this one. So I thought we'd keep it closer than the experts thought, but that wasn't right either. So
I thought we'd put up some points, but I was way wrong, man.
Yeah.
I said we'd get 28 points.
Can you pull up Beeb's score? I'm pretty sure he won out of the 3 of us. Because I had 42-10, and I swear to God he had like 30 something.
Beeb's on right now. Better at reading the playbook. We're not talking about Caleb Brown.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, did you guys did you see the quote from parents about those 2, LaShawn and Caleb Brown?
I thought it was spot on, to be honest with you.
Dude.
I mean, that's not like Kirk to say something like that, but I thought it was kind of funny.
No, I told Brandon, I said, tell me you hate the NIL and the transfer portal without saying you hate the NIL and the transfer portal. I mean, you just railroaded him out of that shit, man. That was crazy. Moose
you work hard in practice. I mean, what do you expect? I mean, you're not going to play for Kirk if you don't bust your tail in practice. So.
Facts. Dude, he never got himself out of the doghouse. You get an OWI, you'd think you'd bust your ass.
Right.
And
Kids can't run her out.
No.
Well, Purdue found their next wide receiver, so that's good.
Yeah. Charlie Jones effect.
Hey, speaking of that, you see Tyrone Tracy is a running back in the NFL, and he had over 100 yards this weekend.
He had 126 yards rushing.
Jeez.
I've seen that.
Boy was playing the wrong position for us, man.
For what team?
Shit.
See?
Giants.
Close.
Giants.
See?
Yep.
B was close.
See?
That was his prediction.
I knew you would win.
Yeah, man. It just sucks for me. I don't know about you guys, but the fact that Vanderbilt can go out and beat a ranked team and we still can't seem to find a way to beat a ranked team.
That game was nuts. I couldn't believe that happened. I don't think anybody could.
This whole weekend was nuts, man. There was quite a few little upsets and good games, but man, it's just for me. It just yeah. I don't.
And you have to work.
Who, me?
Yeah. This is like the best weekend out of the whole year for college football. I'm pretty sure like the matchups are like.
They are.
Yeah, where's game day? Where's game day at this week?
Gotta be Oregon, Ohio State.
Oh yeah, it's gotta be. Yeah, that makes sense.
You would think anyway. I don't know, man.
I think Ohio State will slaughter Oregon.
It's at Oregon.
I still think.
Yeah, it's in Eugene. Yeah, I hope so.
I don't think Oregon's looked that good.
What do you?
No.
Question for both of you guys: what do you think has to change for us to actually compete with these teams? We are 0 for our last 8 versus ranked teams.
Levi, go ahead, buddy.
I think the Hawks have a good team this year. We just got to. This is gonna be like a Kirk answer. Like we gotta put it all together. I don't know. Like we should. I mean, it looks like we should have a damn good team, but it's just. I mean, obviously we're not near on the pedestal as Ohio State yet, but
right.
But I don't know. This is a must-win this weekend. I mean, we might as well fast forward to basketball if we're going to lose this weekend. So.
Yeah, 3-3 to start the year.
Yeah, that's not good.
I don't know.
I think we'll get a win this weekend. Though.
What do you think, Brandon?
Well, do you want like this season or in the future or both?
Both. Why not, man?
Okay.
Give it to us.
So so you said 9-3 to begin the year or to finish the season. I said 10-2. I still think 10-2 with the schedule that we have is manageable. So Michigan State does not scare me as much like it did a couple weeks ago. However, Maryland, I'm tiptoeing on that one, but I still think we could go 10-2 and run the table. However, going forward, I think we just need to go crazy with the portal and recruit better. And unfortunately, sorry, Kirk, I've been your biggest fan for the longest time, but I think time's running out on you, dude. I really do. I don't think we
recruit poorly. I think we recruit poorly at certain positions, including the main position.
QB, yeah, and I've noticed that too. What do you guys think about real quick? What do you think about Cash Herrera, Mr. He's got time to grow, but he looks like a little twig. But I mean, what is he, a 3 or a 4-star? He's out of Cali, I think.
3.
Yeah, if you've looked.
Yeah, he's 3 by most. I think he's a 4 in one of them, but
okay.
I know Marco's gone after this year. There's no way he stays. With Sullivan going to start next year, he's not staying. There's no chance. And they got the kid out of Jacksonville, which that kid is fast. He qualified for the 100-meter dash in the state of Florida. So we have 2 quarterbacks that can. Well, we have 3 right now that can have wheels on them. We're just not using them. I mean, we saw when Sully came in there, he did that big run and then it just opened up the rest of it. It changes. the whole dynamic of the game, and I've said that from day one. He doesn't have to do much. Just his presence being out there makes them commit differently to their defense. They know McNamara ain't running. They just contain those edges on his ass, and then that's it, man. That's all they got to do.
He can't run, so I mean,
no. We saw when he tries to run, he almost trips over his damn feet, dude.
I just want a mobile quarterback, guys. I really do. I miss it.
Yeah,
I really do.
I think that would really change a lot of things. I mean, it changes your whole offense. If you got a quarterback that can run, I think that's what you got to do at Iowa.
Yeah.
Quarterbacks and receivers is where we're hurting.
Always.
I would take another CJ Beathard too, like CJ.
You could run a little bit. Awesome. CJ can run a little bit.
Yeah,
that's what I mean. Like he could pass and run, but
we lose. So here's the thing. All right, if we lose Saturday, I don't think we will either. I'm with you guys, I think, but is that enough to make a QB change?
It should be.
He has a just absolute shit show again. I mean, he's got a 34.4 QBR. 110.
I think if we're losing at halftime Saturday because of poor offensive play, we need to make the change then.
Sure.
And make it permanent.
Yep. And just let it go. See what happens. At that point, what do you have to lose?
Well, that's 100%.
I mean,
so even if he comes in at halftime and they still lose, are you still want him in solely?
It kind of just depends on how he looks. I mean,
right.
We got a glimpse of him last Saturday, and I thought for the most part he did pretty well. But I don't know. That was a pretty small piece, But we need to see more. I don't know. But I think if you make the move then, I mean, I don't see why you don't just stick with it, and just.
I agree.
Can you guys help me with my memory here? Because I was fresh out of high school, but the year that we went from Jake Christensen to Stancy, when was that? Do you remember?
06, I think. 07.
Well, I know it was 08, but I just can't remember off the top of my head what game it was. That they made the
damn, dude. I'm too old to remember that.
I don't remember that either. I don't remember the game.
I figured. I tried.
I mean, hey, we said this on one of the other shows, Brandon. Every time that there's one of these controversies at quarterback for Iowa, then very next year that quarterback gets a shot and we have a great year. Fantastic year. Look at when Stancy got in, Beathard got in, Banks got in. Now here we are with Sullivan.
There's no controversy, supposedly.
Says who?
Pissed me off.
It's not his opinion.
Yeah, you gotta compete. That's how your team wins, is you compete in practice. And then you show them what you can do.
Well, I'm going to tell you, they didn't go out and get a player from the portal, a quarterback, throw offensive schemes in the mix for him just because they want to make him ride the bench. There is competition, and there is whatever they deny. You don't bring in somebody like that unless you want that competition or that you see the potential for him to go over.
Another question. Another question I have is so with the whole thing that happened at the beginning of the year with Cade, do you think that's why he's sticking to his guns and saying, okay, I got in trouble for you, you're my quarterback? Does that matter to you guys? Do you think it matters to him?
I think Kirk's just a loyal dude. He's always been loyal to his quarterbacks, whether they deserved it or not. That's never changed, at least that I can remember. I don't know about you, Levi, or what your thought is on that, but
yeah, I mean, for the most part, he's loyal to all of his upperclassmen for the most part. Unless you're a super stud, but even then, sometimes they have to wait in the wings for a while.
Yeah, I agree, man.
That's one. I've always been a Kirk homer, so but there are obviously he's got flaws, and I think when you got talent on your bench that's better than the talent that's playing, you need to find a way to get him in the game. That's just everybody. I mean, It's just common sense to me. So,
see, I agree with you. More than just in the red zone, too. That's my opinion.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Because, I mean, right now they put him in the red zone. It works. Almost every time he's come in there, it's worked. Some way or another, we got a touchdown most of the time when he's come in there in the red zone. But why can't we put a wrinkle in when we're down on the 30?
Yeah.
And do some of that RPO and make them wonder what the hell we're going to do instead of them going, all right, Caleb Johnson, here it comes. Caleb Johnson, here it comes. And then man bully these wide receivers. Double Gill, done. Like, they shut it straight down. Right now, Gill's the only offensive threat we have besides Caleb Johnson, personally. I don't know what you guys see, but.
No, it's spot on. I mean, Lachey's even, I don't know, like, Lachey hasn't done hardly anything this year either.
No. I think part of that's the change in the offense, man.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%.
Like, when I watch him take his motions, it's not your typical Iowa motion.
That's what I'm worried about. It's like, because we're tight end U, right? Is this going to be the end of tight end U now because we've got this different offense that's not utilizing the tight ends we used to? But
don't fix what's not broken, man. They could still do
that was the one part that wasn't broken, and now we don't hear that.
Now we broke the tight end. Like, what are we doing? Well,
I don't know. It is still early in the season, and it is a new offense. So I'm hoping by sometime here in the next game or two that this offense gets going a little bit more and we see a little bit more out of it.
Yeah,
that's the hope. I think everybody's hoping that because right now it just looks like another shitty offense to me right now.
Yeah.
You know,
you see
I don't care.
hope.
I just want it to be better. You know,
right. Well, shit, we fell almost 30 spots in the total offense just off last week.
Yeah,
just like that, we're back down in the 90s. Like, oh, come on. Or 80, I think we were 85. Like, damn, man, we were in the 60s and 70s. That's where we need to be if we wanted to be 10-2 and potentially make the playoff.
Yeah,
85 and a higher week. Shit, man, we're in trouble, man. We're flirting with stuff we don't want to do, especially with the way the secondary's been playing lately. Like, yeah, man, I don't know.
I'm not going to beat her too much after this last week because who they were playing against are going to be future first-round picks, but I get what you're saying, 100%.
Well, I'm ready to wash my hands of this game. How about you guys?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Ready to move on. Levi, you staying on with us, or are you going to jump off, my friend?
I can hang for about another 5 minutes, and then I'll let you guys do your thing. I missed this little sidebar after the beginning here. I didn't see that you wanted me to do the intro, but I'm happy to have you guys on the Hawkeye Heaven platform now. I think it's awesome. I think it's great for me. I think it's great for you guys. The main reason I wanted you guys on there is because I watched the show a couple times before, we talked about doing this, and I love the way you do it. I love the setup of it. I think it's cool as hell. Like, I could be just clicking through Facebook and I'll stop and I'll watch your show because I think it's entertaining.
Yes.
So,
my man, thank you. Appreciate that, man. We're trying.
And I hope we can continue to do this. And like, if I got some free time, I can pop on with you guys. I'm not as exciting as you guys, but I always like chatting with you guys.
We love the Threes company, man. You're welcome anytime.
Absolutely.
Let me see if I can get this to work. We do have a special guest. Let me see if he pops in. Hey, what's up, man? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Roman. Roman's from the Locked On Huskies podcast. So he is our Washington expert joining us. Roman, how are you, man?
I'm doing great, gentlemen. How are you guys?
Excited to have you guys come, man.
Oh, yeah, I'm glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. You excited for this weekend?
I'd like to say so. I pop in and I hear you guys talk about an Iowa offense, and every Big Ten offense I've seen so far has put me to sleep. So sure, yeah, let's go with that.
Oh no, man, that's
Pac-12, man.
That's a lot of pressure on us, man.
Hey, I was down there at the Sugar Bowl and everything, and I had a whole bunch of Texas people coming up to me. They'll be like, "Oh, you guys don't know what you're in for tomorrow when you see this Texas defense." I was like, no. You don't know what you're in for. You don't you haven't seen an offense that looks like this. And it's nice to see that Washington's, even under a new coach, everything is carried over to the Big Ten, because the quarterback play is one thing where I look at that and I'm just, are we serious? Like watching Alex Orji and Jack Tuttle, it's like this is what I get after I watched Caleb Williams last year. Like even Bo Nix. I'm not a Bo Nix guy. Watching Cam Ward, like this is the level of quarterback play I have to watch now.
Man, then you better look away.
I'm tempted.
You have to go to sleep again, bud.
Unfortunately, we're not going to wow you with any quarterback play unless potentially we get the backup in. But
is that something that you guys want to see, though?
A lot of people do.
Okay, fair enough.
Oh,
all right,
man.
I get that. I did see. I saw some Cade McNamara stat that his last Power 4 passing touchdown was in 2021, and
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, yeah. I was like, oh yeah, this is not going to be much better in that regard.
Oh, yeah.
He's not what he once was, and he doesn't have any receivers to throw to now, so that makes it a little bit even more challenging.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I like Washington secondary, and it's just kind of like, oh, they don't need to do anything. They're just kind of there.
That's nice.
How's your run defense?
Solid.
Okay.
It's not great, but it's solid, because I mean that's all teams are going to do. Like nobody wants to throw on the secondary, so
Yeah.
We don't want to throw either, so it sounds like we're playing right into your shit.
And hey, and as a lifelong Patriots fan, like getting to watch Steve Belichick do his thing, like that's just its own beautiful wrinkle in all this as well.
Wait. So where do you
Tell us
live?
about yourself.
Where do you live?
Yeah, I mean, I can just piss you off by telling you the full story. I live in Seattle now. I'm from Los Angeles originally, but I grew up a Red Sox, Patriots, Celtics, all that sort of fan in Los Angeles. Mainly thanks to my dad. Went to school out in Boston, and that just all made it worse. And now I live out here, and I cover my dad's alma mater, do all that sort of stuff. So it's all wonderful.
Ah, there it is. There's the answer I was wondering about.
Oh,
It all ties together eventually. We get there.
Hey, that's all right. Brandon gives me shit because I'm a Niners fan and I live in Iowa. Well, I lived in Iowa and now I live in Florida. So I feel that.
Yeah, it's it just comes to the territory sometimes, and I embrace it. Sometimes I wear a Red Sox shirt or something on the podcast, and it pisses everybody off. And I'm just kind of like, I don't care. You guys are Mariners fans. Like what are you going to say to me?
Right?
Right.
Oh, Brandon's rocking Avalanche. Woo!
Couple more weeks, it'll be the Lakers there, buddy.
Oh, that's
Yep.
just
Oh, yeah.
sad. Yeah.
Just don't wear green in LA though.
I do quite frequently. It's and I enjoy it.
Does anybody say anything?
No. What like
Really?
I mean that's the one where when's the last time that this rivalry was like actually fun? Like 2010, 2011?
Yep.
Exactly.
That was fun.
It's like all right, yeah, like that happens.
Well, sweet, man. Thanks for jumping on, dude.
Oh, my pleasure.
Absolutely.
What time? 6:30 out there, huh?
Yeah, nice and early. It's dark, but it's early, so I
Perfect
appreciate
time, man. So yeah, man. For obviously, this is our first meeting as Big Ten opponents. So this is your time to shine. Give us a little rundown of what Iowa should expect, or what we should expect as we're watching this game from Washington.
It's a very fun question. Where offensively, you're going to see a really fun year. One that hasn't necessarily been awesome in the red zone just yet, but it's 21st in total offense. Will Rogers is really, really solid. I love Jonah Coleman. He's one of the best running backs in this conference. The more you watch him, the more you just be like, yeah, I don't care if he's running over my defense right now. This dude is just so much fun to watch. Denzel Boston has been a really I don't want to say he's a revelation because I've been watching him practice for 3 years, just be really good. But when you're playing behind Roma Dunze, you're not necessarily ever going to do anything. So this is a really fun offense all around. And in the first year of Jed Fish, it's cool to see his scheme translate so well. Because I remember one thing, after the whole saga in January is what I'll call it. It was like, seeing this offense leave really sucks. And then hiring Jed was all right, this is the closest thing that we're going to get to what that offense was. And seeing it translate so early is super nice, and I enjoy that.
Well, that's awesome. Well, Levi, you're jumping off, right, my friend?
I'm jumping off. I got to roll. I got to go talk. I got to go say goodnight to the kiddos. So,
all right, brother. Well, thanks for stopping on with us.
yeah, thanks, guys, for having me. And we'll chat again soon. And I look forward to listening to the rest of the show.
All right, man. Go Hawks. We'll see you later, brother.
Thank you.
See you guys.
Go Hawks.
All right. Meat potatoes, baby. Let's do this thing. So, what was your thoughts when you lost your coach? First impression.
First impression was, this is actually happening. I got a call that Friday morning. Like, no joke. I play basketball with group buddies a couple times a week, and I had to call because I had to stop because I got a call from someone who I cannot name. They're saying, yeah, he's not coming back, and I was like, this is seriously happening. Okay, yeah, this is going to be wild, and it didn't necessarily take very long for the whole Jedd Fisch thing to start up and everything along those lines. But especially after being down there in Houston, it really hurt. That sucked.
Yeah.
Where it was, this is on the verge of, I don't know if you guys are big Star Wars guys, but it was, we were on the verge of greatness. We were this close. And that's what it felt like. And then all of a sudden to have that all just ripped away. Where you knew that Washington was going to be all in to an extent last season, right? And obviously the defense was what it was, and I wish Steve Belichick would have coordinated that defense. It would have been awesome. But you see all that and then just say, okay, yeah, a couple pieces here, a couple pieces there. This should be really fun. This is going to be – you could turn this into one of the better groups in the Big Ten. And have that all of a sudden just rebuilt once again, yeah, it really sucked. But this was the best possible outcome in terms of a replacement plan, and I really love what Jedd's got going on.
Well, that's good. I'm glad you guys were able to find somebody because we come from the era where I've seen 2 head coaches in my entire life.
Yeah, that's I don't know what that's like.
Yeah, nobody does. I'm 38 years old.
Hold on, let me correct myself. I do, just not anymore because as a Patriots fan, I've seen the exact same thing.
Yeah,
not at the college level.
College level, this won't ever happen again. We've already talked about this. You won't see somebody stay there 25 years anymore.
That's never going to happen.
Too much going on. And his contract ain't up till he's at year number 30. Like 30 years?
2029.
Are you shitting me?
2029, yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, so us, we couldn't imagine, man. But, we've just kind of done it,
Right.
Coaches.
It's just like, this is what happens. It's like watching Tom Brady. It's the same thing. It's I don't know anything else. This is just what life is, right?
Yeah, man.
I got a question for you, Roman.
Yeah.
So I think, what are we, 5-6 games in the year? So, it's probably premature to ask this, but so far, do you miss the Pac-12 or do you like the Big Ten better?
Oh, Brandon, that's a really good question. Where there are a whole lot of levels to that question. Where as somebody who grew up watching, just watching Pac-12 football, Pac-10 football, whatever it has been, not having trips to Cal and Stanford and Arizona State, some of those schools, I'm kind of like, all right, yeah, never have to do that again because that was hell each and every time. Especially just going down to Arizona State is just one of the worst things for this Husky program. But outside of that, I look at a lot of these things. I was talking to my dad the other day who works at NBC out of 30 Rock and was like, yeah, it's really cool. I get to walk around the building every day and I see UW stuff. I was seeing UW Michigan ads all week long, and that's awesome. That's something that Pac-12 just straight up didn't do. When I open Twitter and I see Big Ten conference stuff, and half of it is Washington, or at least in the 4U. Right. It's like, oh, this is awesome. The Pac-12 wasn't doing any of this either. The Pac-12 just shit.
Right.
Absolutely.
What about start times? Is that
start times? We've already got an 8 p.m. this year. That sucked. I hate those. I didn't get a chance to travel for this game. I'm not going to be out there on Saturday, unfortunately.
Damn.
I don't necessarily mind. Yeah, I'm kind of bummed, but I don't necessarily mind the early start time. Like I was doing some research, and Michigan, Minnesota was like one of the top 10. we do have state schools, and it's that's absolutely wonderful. All the Oregon State and Washington State fans, they were like they're laughing about this 9 a.m. start time. Like no joke. They're like, oh, this is what a joke. Like now you guys have to get up early and watch this team. It's like who cares? Like the Michigan Minnesota game is one of the top 10 highest rated games of the year. Who cares? Like it's a real time slot against a real opponent. Not I can't say Wazoo because you lost to them. Like Oregon State or Stanford. Like it's not like that's what you have to play anymore, and nobody's gonna watch. And half your games don't kick off. Like when I was living in Boston, they don't kick off till 10:30 at night, and I have to bother my friends by staying up till 1 a.m. to watch these games. Like, I don't have to deal with that anymore. That's wonderful.
That's awesome.
That would be cool. I will admit. Like, so what? 11 o'clock games or 9 a.m.? Heck yeah, 9 a.m. football, dude. Are you kidding me?
Oh, it's awesome.
It's awesome.
It's like a 10 a.m. start time, like in the NFL. Like I don't care. I get up, I go to the gym, and I watch football all day. Like nothing beats that.
See, you speak our language, man. Because
I got you.
Early morning kicks, man. Waking up at 5 a.m. and cracking your beer at 5 a.m. was like great.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Like, man, you speak our language, dude.
Dude, I really wish you would have come out this way, man. It's a whole new world compared to Seattle, man.
That's what I've heard. I've heard so many good things about the stadium, just about that atmosphere. It all sounds absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, I'm excited to have you guys there. I think it's
I'm pumped. I'm gonna every Washington fan I see, I'm gonna say hi to them because I'm not gonna lie, dude. I was a fan of you guys last year, and every time you guys beat, I don't like Oregon. Brad knows.
Good. Don't
like Oregon. Love watching you guys whoop them. So
you're gonna fit in great with the UW crowd then, because we are just insanely tired of them as it is, and just everything that they're doing this year with just all Phil Knight money, and that's about it. Like
So safe to say,
can't go too far
what you're going for Saturday.
Oh yeah, I will be like this is the one time in my life that I will ever root for Ohio State. That's it. It's just against Oregon.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm with you. Brad, are you in the minority? Are you going Oregon? You are, aren't you?
He's gonna pick with us later. Don't reveal it, Roman.
Yeah, I'll get there.
Yeah, you're gonna pick with us later. We're gonna pick 5 games with you. You're gonna be our special guest for this one.
Can't wait.
I got a real quick funny story for you because Brad's older than I am, but the earliest memory of a bowl game I can remember was the last time we played you guys in that Sun Bowl. And I actually have one of those VHS tapes somewhere hidden. I don't know where it's at the moment of the 95 season. And I actually vividly remember the Sun Bowl. I remember like those little yellow stripes on the side, not like with the wings that they came back with a couple of years. Yeah, you should. Have you looked into that? The 95 Sun Bowl?
I've looked into it a little bit. I definitely shouldn't go into where I was in the Sun Bowl, as in I wasn't even born yet. So
yeah, that's all good, man. See, a bunch of freaking nursing home fools right here.
Hey, I remember watching the game. That was a good time. Much like you, Brandon.
I'm excited.
I'm much like you. I remember that was probably my first memory of watching an Iowa bowl game.
Yeah, in El Paso.
Yeah, I remember that. We had the original wings on our uniforms. That's what that was. Yeah. It was supposed to be wings, so Oregon copied our. Right. So just want you to know that.
That's all they do. They're like in that new Big Ten ad where they got Sabrina Ionescu going. It's all about the O. That's like a complete ripoff of like the first thing Jed Fish said when we got to Washington. Like his first thing was like, "Oh, we're all about the W," and some fans don't like it. It is what it is, but it's like, wait, hold on, like that's like a brand new thing, and Oregon is already trying to rip it off.
I always tell everybody we're the original wings, baby. That's us.
Yeah, Oregon hasn't done anything original.
May not have looked as sharp because it was from 1995, so
Yeah, fair. We weren't there yet in terms of like actual designs.
Right.
Wasn't like a world famous. Was it Brock Hard? Hurd? How do you say his name? I can never say his name. He's like an analyst now. He's really
Brock Heward?
he's on. Yeah, Heward. Thank you. And then was the comedian Joel McHale on? Was he on that team?
No, Joel was on the he was on an earlier team. He was on like the 91 team, or like no 89 and 90 is when Joel was there. Yeah.
Okay. Brad, did you know that he was on he played for Washington?
No, I didn't. So
do you know who that is though?
Joel McHale?
Yeah.
Yep, comedian. Tall guy.
Yep. Okay.
Now I'm looking at something. Sorry.
That's all good. I have, for the record, Michael Penix. I did see him play, but not in a purple uniform. Good old Indiana. I knew he was special. He's crazy. What was it that one? I think it was when they allowed people back in the stadium, right? Was the first game of the year. Yes. I remember seeing him play.
Yeah, the 2020 season, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
2021.
Yeah.
Oh, 21. Right.
Yep.
Right when they let people back in, I think.
Yeah.
Pretty sure. Dude was special. I knew he was going to be special. So, like I said, you guys your team last year was amazing. However, one of your best wide receivers of all time is now on a team I absolutely hate in the NFL. So
I shouldn't tell you how like just wonderful of a human that Rome Odunze is, then, right? Because that'll just make you love him even more. Like he's just one of the best people I've ever met in my life.
That's awesome, man.
He's a freak,
man.
Yeah, he is.
In a good way.
My fantasy team appreciates him too. Not recently. The Colts game was nice, but outside of that, it's a dynasty team, so he'll be fine.
Oh, dude, that's awesome. So, what are you looking forward to most? Oh, go ahead, Brandon.
I got to ask you about Will Rogers, man.
Oh, please.
So, how did that whole thing come about? I know it was a transfer portal ad, but do you feel? I don't know. Obviously you have your own show, so you have to do research. Do you feel like he's fitting in better with you guys than he was in Mississippi State, or how do you feel? Like, is he growing with you guys? Do you feel?
Oh, he's absolutely growing. Where the way it came about was, remember, Washington's starting running back last year was Dylan Johnson, who's down with him at Mississippi State. And he, admitted after he committed that there certainly were a few conversations between them about him coming up there, what that would look like, what Dylan's experience was. And I think Will has done a really good job growing, where the offense that he was in last year at Mississippi State didn't necessarily fit him very well. And it didn't seem like they really were a huge fan of his or wanted him to be the guy. So that was like its own kind of odd thing. And then once, obviously, he got hurt last year as well, so that played into it too. But Will is really growing, and Jed is a fantastic quarterbacks coach. Like that's one of the best things about him is his offensive play calling, all that sort of stuff is good at times. He needs some work in the red zone, but Will has been so extremely efficient this year, and you can just tell that this is the kind of offense that he was always meant to play in. And yeah, he's got all those records down the SEC because he got to throw the ball 700 times. But this offense just seems like it suits him a whole lot better.
I like it. Okay, now I got to ask you about your defense because what are you guys, 8th or 9th now, right?
In total defense, 8th, yeah.
8th. Oof. You hear that, Brad?
You did.
That makes my stomach churn a little bit.
That's usually our number.
Yeah.
Yes. And we're worse than you guys in defense, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
it's the Belichick effect. What can you say? Like he's been really just truly tremendous. Where, like I said when I first got here, like I haven't been impressed with some of the quarterbacks that Washington has faced this year, but the secondary has been phenomenal, and it just is forcing teams to. I mean, so is the quarterback play, but teams are running 35, 40 times a game on them because that's all they're able to do. And like Kyle Monangai looked fantastic. But outside of that, Washington has been I really want to not use the term elite, but it's the only one I can use because that's what the defenses looked like. It swarmed Khalil Mullins. It swarmed Donovan Edwards outside of that one place that one run that he bounced the outside for a 40-yard touchdown. And then he also slipped and, he blamed Vegas for that was just ridiculous. But no, this Washington defense has been awesome where I'm around the team every day. And whenever I talk to some of these guys, it's always, like Steve, it allows us to play free. He allows us to play fast. I asked edge rusher for Sadufi after the game on Saturday. I asked him, like, hey, man, like, what is the biggest area of growth you've seen in yourself? And what he gave me was, he was like, like, Steve is an elite play caller, like a master play caller. But he also puts our fate in our own hands. He knows where we need to be, and he puts us in position to be there, and it's on us to go make a play. And they've done that. And it's been awesome to watch. Like, they don't get a lot of turnovers, but they're not allowing long drives. They're doing everything right, and it's fundamentally sound. And it's the old Belichickism. It's just they're all doing their jobs. That's all it is.
Yeah, you guys are 21 in offense and 8 on defense.
Yep.
That's pretty well-rounded, man. I would kill for that.
Imagine if you guys have had a nice offense in the last 10 years, what that may have looked like.
We'd have Big Ten championships, I'll tell you that much.
Yep.
Well, if we're going to go 10 years, we'll go 9 because we went undefeated in 15.
That's fair.
That is true. Man. I mean, last year we held Michigan in that Big Ten championship game to like 200 yards of total offense, period.
If only you guys would have beat them, and then I'm on here having an entirely different conversation about how wonderful that game was.
Yeah, that's our kryptonite right now is these ranked teams. So I'm kind of glad that you guys didn't get ranked because it gives me a little bit more faith right now for this weekend.
Yeah, that's fair. I will give you one stat on top of that. You talk about the balance. There are 6 teams in the country that are top 20 in the nation in yards per play on offense and yards per play on defense. One of them is unranked, and that one team is Washington.
Who are the other ones?
I believe it's Indiana, Miami, I know Bama, Georgia, and I believe Ohio State are the other 5.
Oh. Yeah, that's it. That's elite company right there.
Yeah.
Except for Indiana. They're just playing really well. They're not elite, but they're having a hell of a year, dude.
Yeah, they are.
Hell of a year. I did not see that shit coming with the new coach.
No, that's UW's next game, too, after the bye week. They got to go to Bloomington.
2 road games?
Yeah. But they got the bye week.
It's a nice.
At least you have a bye week.
It's a nice stadium. You should go.
I'd like to if I can get a chance.
Right. How do we beat you guys? What do we have to do?
I would say find a way to contain Jonah Holman. Just do not let him get anything because if Washington can run their balanced offense the way that they want to, Jonah's going to be a very important part of that. And then watch out for Denzel Boston. I know you guys got a really talented secondary. I like some of the players there a lot. Denzel Boston is just so much fun to watch. And he's, 479 yards, conference leader with 8 touchdowns. Like that dude can really play. And even if you find a way to contain him, Giles Jackson, Jeremiah Hunter are 2 really talented receivers as well. This is just a really nice receiving core all around. So especially defensively, it's going to be very tough. And then offensively, you do like that. Yeah.
My thing I'm worried about is our offense versus your defense.
That's where I'm like. The question is, how much is Caleb Johnson going to do? Like, really, that's all it is.
Yeah. And if we change quarterback.
How? Okay. Well, then hold on. Let me ask both of you guys this then.
Yeah.
How likely is that?
Not very likely.
That's the answer I was expecting.
We just got to be optimistic. That's what we're rooting for.
I respect that. I think that's fair.
Well, a little bit. I don't know if you did much research into us yet. So a little bit about the backup quarterback. He's actually a transfer from Northwestern.
Oh, that's right. Yes, I did know that.
But he's 6'4", dual threat quarterback. So not only is he bigger, faster, and stronger than McNamara, he can still throw the ball too.
Right.
So, like, you'll probably see on Saturday, if Iowa gets in the red zone, you're going to see him come in because
Okay.
they're going to make Washington commit a little bit differently when they get down there. But we haven't got a chance. We got to see him last week, and he ripped off like a 20-some yard run, and then the very next play was a 28-yard touchdown run by Johnson. Just because it changed everything that Ohio State had prepared for. Cade McNamara can't run.
That's one thing that Michigan did when they switched from origin to tunnel last week, was they actually scored on the first 3 drives. They went touchdown, field goal, touchdown. And then after that, on the next 5 drives, they gained 39 yards of offense.
And that's when they put in orgy or switch?
No, so that was all tunnel. After UW went up 14-0, they went with tunnel and they stuck with him for the rest of the game. So at first, UW was a little thrown off by that.
Yep.
But one thing that I'll tell you guys is you're also going to see Washington's second quarterback. And you're going to see him a fair amount. That's Damon Williams, a true freshman, really talented dual threat, where he has as many rushing attempts as he does passing attempts this season. I believe it's 16 of each at this point in time, where he is a lot of fun to watch. He's really fast. They run the read option with him a lot. And as of a couple of weeks ago, I don't think Jed's given us an update since then, he said that they were averaging 9 yards per rush when Damon was in the game. And this is a guy who, he's electric when he gets the ball in space.
So we already talked about it. Do you think in this day and age of football, you got to have a quarterback that has wheels on him now?
That's a very fun question, because I still am in the camp of no, where, like, watching Mike last year, like, he can move and he can run. They just never asked him to.
Yeah.
But the guy who was the heir apparent to Michael Penix is a guy who Kalen DeBoer took with him to Alabama named Austin Mack. Austin Mack has one of the most talented arms I've ever seen. That dude had a howitzer. Like, he could just flick of the wrist at 65, 70 yards down the field. And I watched that kid, and he was an early enrollee, like a 17-year-old true freshman, taking snaps at the second-team offense last year. And I was like, this kid isn't very mobile. But I don't necessarily care because he can huck it downfield. So I still think no, but it's such a gigantic advantage that it's certainly the archetype that I think everybody's looking for.
Yeah, see, I'm with you on that.
I'm a huge fan of it. I like
it's awesome. Like, if you guys are playing college football 25, you're absolutely taking like the improviser, the scrambler every time. Like, there's no need to go with that field general. It just doesn't do anything for you.
Not in this football.
Nope.
This shit's changed. So yeah, I'm definitely with you on that, man, because I don't expect us to have a quarterback running the draw all the time, but to be able to elude some people, right now we don't have that at all.
It's frustrating.
It is.
Because you see somebody and you're like, oh, okay, like, yeah, he can make a guy miss, he can roll out, make a throw. With everybody, that we're watching in the NFL, everybody that we're seeing around the country, it's just, oh yeah, like, there's a free rusher and you can still make a miss, get into space. If you don't have that, like, it just kind of sucks.
Yeah, man. I that's where we're at, man.
Yeah.
You'll probably see it.
Stress, man.
If you guys get pressure on him and you make him have to move at all, it's a win for you.
Yeah, this is a fun group of pass rushers. I like them a lot.
I don't like you telling me that, man.
Well, the scheme is real solid, man. That's all I can say.
I'm excited, man. I'm still excited. I've been waiting for this. Brandon, you're going, right?
Yeah, I had this circled on my calendar as soon as I found out we were playing on the home. I got to get that collection of all Big Ten teams. Got to see every single one of them, whether it's home or away. So,
do you have all of the current ones before, like, the new 4?
No, I still don't even have Maryland and Rutgers. That's kind of sad, but no.
Oh, you'll get there.
I've been to Rutgers once. Interesting time.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, recently it seems like fun. 5-10 years ago, maybe not so much.
Shit, this would have been 8 years ago.
Oh yeah, no, right in the dark ages. Yeah, no.
It was half empty, dude, and it was Iowa people, and we barely
went there in like 2017.
Oh, I
it was just
remember
kind of like,
that game. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. What do you say we do some picks, gentlemen,
Let's
and then
do
we'll
it.
get into we'll do some keys to the game, and then we'll obviously pick the game. So let's hit this baby off. Let's stick with we'll stick in the Big Ten. All right, we're gonna do Penn State versus USC.
All right.
I'll let you lead us off as it's your old Pac-12 foe right there.
Yeah, I can never pick USC ever. Like unless they're playing Oregon, I will never pick USC. I actually, one of my hot takes for the year is I have Penn State in the Big Ten championship game, and the way their offense looks, I'm not super happy with that at the moment. But USC's defense isn't necessarily anything to write home about. They've gotten better under Dan Lynn, but I'm not a fan. I got Penn State here.
Brandon, who you got?
Penn State. And you know what's funny? I swear to God, I thought that everybody was saying, "Oh, USC's coming in. They're going to do something." It was going to be Oregon, USC, Washington, and then UCLA. It was the projected order from what I saw, and USC hasn't done nothing. They should have lost to Wisconsin, and they just lost to producer Cam's favorite team, Minnesota. Shout out to producer Cam.
Shout out producer Cam, baby. So who are you taking and what's your score, Brandon?
Oh, Penn State, 100-0. Fuck USC. I hate them. Sorry, Roman.
No, I respect that. I think that's great.
I hate USC. So they've had a lot of shit thrown our way. Iowa, we've beaten them, but they've beaten us in some pretty important stuff too. So, and I don't like them. So fuck them.
Nor should you. Nor should you.
Don't hide it. Let us know. All right, I'm also taking Penn State, gentlemen. 28-14. I think they're just too much for USC. It comes back to that defense. They are improved, like you said, but not to compete with a Penn State or Ohio State or Oregon. Any of those top 3-4 teams in the Big Ten, they're gonna get taken to the woodshed pretty much. So I agree with you, gentlemen. So clean sweep for Penn State with us. We'll keep it in the Big Ten. We'll go with the big game of the week. Is that number 2 versus number 3?
Woo. Oh yeah, it is, huh?
Yeah. Brandon, you're up.
Ohio State 31, Oregon 24.
Nice.
That's solid.
What you got,
Yeah,
Roman?
I got Ohio State here. I will never, under any circumstances, pick Oregon either. But with that being said, I also legitimately do have Ohio State in this game, where I'm not usually a score prediction guy. I'm just the world's biggest jinx with all that sort of stuff. So I swear, like even Iowa UW, I don't have one because it's bad juju with me. I can't do it.
So you're gonna do it.
You are gonna do it.
If you want me to do that, I'll pick Iowa 77-4. Don't you worry about that.
Do it.
But no, in this one, I'm like everybody's all over Oregon with they're buying this, they're buying that. I've never been impressed with Dylan Gabriel, especially when he gets pressured, and I think Ohio State actually has what it takes to pressure him regularly. And then that receiver core, it's going to be too much for the Oregon secondary.
Real quick, sorry, is the crowd out there overrated, or are they pretty loud?
They're loud. They're not UW loud, but they're loud.
I didn't think so. I heard a lot of good things about UW. So
yeah, UW is an awesome place to watch a game.
I need to get that on my list.
Highly recommend.
Hey, we'll talk at the end of this, Brad, about that before we take off. So
Deal. You picked already, right, Brandon? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going Ohio State, 35-17. Those wide receivers they're elite, man. They're just who are you gonna double team? That's the real question. We learned the hard way last week. We double teamed Smith, and the other guy torched us. So who are you gonna double team? And you can't just keep playing zone or cover 2 because they have 2 running backs that will just run it down your throat. So I think they're just too much. I really do think Ohio State is national championship caliber team.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, and I think Ohio State puts it together. And you know what? I flirted with it even being a bigger one, but I think Oregon will still be able to put some points up on them. So 35-17 for that one for me.
That's not bad. I like it.
He makes valid points. Yeah, and then the defense ran out of gas, man, in the third quarter, and we got ran out of there. All right, next game, we're going to go another one of your old Pac-12 foes here.
God.
Oh,
fucking Dion, Kansas State.
Where's my camera? There we go.
Yeah, Kansas State. I'm a huge Avery Johnson fan. I love what he can do. I've been really impressed with Chris Kleiman as well. Give me K-State. I don't think it'll be close either.
Nice. Brandon, what you got?
I'll sit here and stare at the floor for like hours with this pick because I've been thinking about this all day and it makes me sick to my stomach because I fucking hate Colorado. For the record, when Nebraska does not play Iowa, I cheer for Nebraska. So just every Hawkeye fan knows you can make fun of me. I don't really care. But I just feel like Colorado has I would kill for Colorado's schedule. You get to play all these teams, like the good teams at home, and then you got all these mediocre teams away. Unfortunately, fellas, 31-28 Colorado. And
Whoa!
I think Travis Hunter's going to pull some BS like he usually does. I hate to do it. What's up?
Speak of Travis Hunter. This is just a random one-off question. Do you think he plays wide receiver or defense in the NFL?
It depends.
It does. I agree.
So another thing. So I'm such a weird sports fan, Roman. My grandpa was a huge Broncos fan, and so growing up, I'm a Green Bay Packer fan. But I also I'll root for the Broncos. But anyway, so he wants to go to Denver, and if he goes to Denver, if Denver tanks, I think he'll be defense. But I've heard people on the radio say that he should go wide receiver.
I think it really does depend where he goes. Denver in particular, I'd rather see him on offense because help Bo Nix. You already have an ace corner. Yeah, it's going to depend entirely. Where I was talking to some of my Patriot buddies, and they're like, "Oh, would you pick him?" I was like, "No, you need an offensive lineman." But if we're a guy like that, he goes to New England. Yeah, play him on offense. See what happens. You don't need another corner there either.
See, I think defense, gentlemen. How many down corners are there in the NFL?
Brad.
I think they're a fair.
Remember that whole.
How many wide receivers?
Remember that whole.
More.
Yeah. I know where you're going.
San Francisco's on that list, by the way. I don't know if you heard about that whole Dion thing where he's like, "You ain't going here. You ain't going here. These are the teams that you're going to go to." And San Francisco was on the list, by the way. So
go to. We would put him at defense.
Yep. For both Shedeur and Travis. So those are his babies, those two guys. I don't know what about his son Shiloh. So,
hey, speaking of defensive backs in the NFL, we got to give a shout out to our boy Riley Moss, the first white cornerback in 22 years with an interception, baby.
Before Cooper DeJean too.
He starts this week.
Yeah, he's starting. Yeah,
he's starting this week as a nickel. So 2 white safeties from Iowa or secondary.
I got a quick question about that. Is it because the dude's hurt, or is he like that damn good in the NFL?
I think he's that damn good.
Is he really?
Well,
I thought I don't know.
Coop was kind of banged up to start the year too, so I think he's also healthy now.
Right.
He had that hamstring injury to start, so yeah. So we're 2-1 on this bad boy. All right, let's get this train rolling. Sorry, guys. Let's go to the SEC, baby. Ole Miss, LSU.
This is a tough one. I really like this LSU team. I think they're a lot of fun. They're one of the teams that I like to root for a lot. I went to a game down there a whole bunch of years ago and just absolutely loved the environment down there. They upset Georgia, and it was awesome. That being said, This Ole Miss team is all in, and after the Kentucky loss, I think it just pissed them off. A couple of UW guys are on that side of the field too, so give me Ole Miss. It'll be a close game. It'll be a fun game, but yeah, I got to go with Ole Miss here.
All right, perfect. Crap, I messed up. I never gave you guys my score. Sorry. 40-21 K-State.
I like it.
40-21 K-State. All right. Go ahead, Brandon.
I'm going with the Fighting Lane Kiffins.
All right, give me a score.
Hey, by the way,
I have to hold you to it.
Oh, God. 35-28. By the way, so Lane Kiffin was being interviewed last weekend in the middle of the Vandy-Alabama game, and he stopped his interview as he was watching the Alabama-Vandy game on the monitor. It was hilarious. If you can see that or look at that interview and or listen to it, it's hilarious.
I did see that. That was good.
It's so funny. I loved it. He's like, hey, guys, this ain't going to happen again. Check that out.
We were up in the press box just like watching it because all the screens are on the UW game. So we were all watching on our laptops as that was all going on.
What a crazy weekend it was.
Oh, it was.
All right.
Real quick, Roman, we actually know a Vandy fan, so just to let you know.
Oh, there's one?
So,
Good,
yeah.
Good for them.
Yeah.
He's originally
He's
from
not
Ireland.
Yeah, he's not commenting either like he usually does. I'm kind of mad at him, but it is what it is.
I'm going with the Fighting Lane Kiffins too, and I think they're angry, man, just like you guys. I think it's gonna. Oh, man, they have an offense, so I'm going big time on this one. I
like their defensive line too.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be 45-17. I really think they're gonna come out and make a statement. They have to after losing to Kentucky like that, and they're still in the running for all the marbles. So I think they make a statement, and I think they own that game. So agreeance there. All right, gentlemen. The game, in our opinion, of the week.
Not just opinion in general. Who cares about Oregon?
Yeah.
Hold on. Brad, this is for you, buddy. This is pull that Tim comment. There you go. Brad. Roman, Brad, you can go ahead and talk to Roman about your the whole thing with Florida.
Well, I live in Florida, and we're getting hit by a hurricane, so it's all good.
I think I heard about that. Yeah.
I'm taking Florida, Tim, because you don't fuck with Florida, man. So I don't know if you've heard.
Give us a score.
164-3, Florida man wins.
Yes.
Let's pick it. All right, we're starting to get some picks in. Roman, you want to start us off, or you want to end us, man?
How about I end? Let's do that.
Yeah, we usually let guests go last. So, Brad, take it away, top to bottom.
All right. All right, my keys to this game. Man, secondary has to show up. I'm not too worried about our run defense. Our run defense is one of the top things. I mean, we have two best linebackers in all of college football, and Jay Higgins and Nick Jackson. It's that secondary that scares me. So I think they need to have one of those good coming out parties, and we need to field a competent offense other than Caleb Johnson. What that looks like, to be honest with you, Roman, I don't know. We went from averaging 32 points a game to putting up 7 last week. With that said, I'm taking Iowa. It's at Kinnick. 11 a.m. Central Time kick. Striping the stadium. I think people are going to come ready for this one. A lot still on the line for Iowa, too. I mean, they could still finish 10-2 with the schedule they have, which in the Big Ten, you never know. It could get you in that top 12. We don't know. I'm taking Iowa. I think it's going to be a decent game. I'm going to go 24-21 Iowa.
Ooh. Damn, do I have to switch mine again? Son of
You do what you got to do.
Whatever. Let the man talk. All right. So, keys to victory. Cade you need to get some Hayasuka or whatever the hell Aaron Rodgers used, or whatever the hell he used at that one game where he came back against the Bears in 2018. I don't think Cade has a freaking chance in the world. I think Sullivan would be our best bet. However, I feel like if we ran the ball a lot and just shoved it down your goddamn throat and explained to you Washingtonites that this is Iowa, motherfucker. This is the harvest season, okay?
He's not holding back.
We are pissed off. We are embarrassed about our performance last week. We just lost 2 players, whether they had an impact or not. And I think Iowa's going to be angry. I think Washington's going to be hungover. And yes, Roman, I do believe in the hangover thing. Look what happened to Alabama. So you beat a team. Yeah, you beat a team, and then you plus the flying. I think from what I don't know how far of a flight it is from Seattle to eastern Iowa, plus layovers and whatnot. I think Iowa's going to do its job. I think the crowd's going to be into it, obviously, because I'll be there. It's going to be something like 28-21 Hawks.
What up, Dean?
Okay.
Now that doesn't mean that Washington's still not going to have. I still think they're going to go like 8-4 or 9-3. I'm not worried. I think they're good. I think you guys are a great team. I like you guys. Always have. You're better than Oregon. You always will be.
Thank you.
But you're coming to the Midwest, and you're messing with a pissed off Iowa team. So 28-21 Hawks.
I will counter the pissed off thing. If Washington has already lost 2 games this year that they shouldn't have. Washington outgained Rutgers by 220 yards and put up 18 points. Washington outgained Washington State by, I believe, 120 yards, put up 19 points.
Oh, boy.
So my key to the game is score touchdowns in the red zone. I know that sounds like, like an impossible thing to do. Do that. Score touchdowns in the red zone. Start fast. If Washington can do those things and force you guys to throw the ball, it's not going to be pretty, in my opinion. I think it'll still be a very close game. It's going to be a hard-fought game. But if Washington can do those things, they've shown they can do. And all the credit in the world to your run defense. But Jonah Coleman, at the same point, just went up against a really, really tough one in Michigan and put up 85, 90 yards, modest day, but they were around 67 total going into that game. So he was really, really solid in that performance as well. So Washington has seen some really strong defenses so far this season. And when I look at this UW defense as a whole, I think they do a really good job of gang tackling. I know Caleb Johnson's averaging something like 9 yards a carry when there are 8 guys in the box. So really curious to see how that works out. That said, I've had Washington winning this game when I did like my preseason record prediction. I have Washington going 8-4 as well, Brandon. But they already lost 2 games that I thought they were going to win. And like I said, 2 games they should have won. It's going to be close, but I'm sticking with it. I got the Huskies here.
Damn. So no 77-4 Iowa, huh?
No, I can't do that right here.
Give us a score, man.
I can't do that. Nothing is going to come true if that happens. It's like then it turns into a 77-4 game one way or the other. So.
Yeah, you bring up a good point. I forgot about is Caleb Johnson when they load the box.
Yeah,
that's interesting. That's not a stat you see normally.
I forgot about that. Yeah,
never seen something like that.
It was 10 something before last week, so it was even like better until Ohio State got him. But still, 9 is just insane when you load the box. It's crazy.
We'd be talking about it way more if Ashton Jeanty wasn't the second coming of Barry Sanders.
That guy is just. He continues. He's the Heisman winner, and he should be.
I got to watch him last year when Boise State came here. He's unbelievable. Like even last year was, oh yeah, this guy is insanely talented. And he scored like their 1 touchdown in that game on like a 50, 60-yard screenplay. It's oh yeah, you might want to cover that guy. And then watching what he's doing this year is just unbelievable.
He's got those tree trunks of legs, man.
Yeah.
You can't leg tackle him. You're gonna have to wrap him completely up, and it shows, man. Crazy. Well, cool. Roman, man, it's been fun. Been absolute fun. I know you got to get running. You got another podcast to do. Thank you for your time, obviously. Brandon, you got something you want to add?
I do. So, Brad, as I was saying before that, I was going to bring something up. So, when Iowa goes to Washington, Roman, you have to take us to the best sea-gating spots in town. Have you heard about that, Brad?
Sailgating? Oh, absolutely. It all
Yeah,
happens right
sailgating.
behind the
I thought it
stadium.
was sea-gating. My bad.
No, it's sailgating. It all happens right behind the stadium. Like
that sounds great.
you can like just drive your boat right up to the stadium and get off and go to the game. Like that's where it is.
Deal.
Yeah,
I'm in, gentlemen.
I can make that happen for you guys.
Let's do it, baby. I'm in. If I
Gotta
get my
do
ass
it.
off of Washington from Florida, let's do this thing.
Ooh, that's a long flight. Holy
All right.
Yeah, it
Well,
is.
sweet, Roman. We won't waste much more of your time. If you want, let everybody know where they can find you. I know it's the Hawkeye fans, but some people actually just enjoy some football. So this is your time. Let us know where we can find you. And yeah, man, it's all.
Yeah, no, hey, first of all, I appreciate you guys having me. It's awesome to do this. You get to experience so many more fan bases, which is one of the best parts of this Big Ten merger, in my opinion, which I think is a great thing. A lot of people are still complaining about it. I don't care. This is a lot of fun because of being able to do shows like this, all that. So I really do appreciate your time. If anybody's interested, we're at like the show I do is at Locked On Huskies on all platforms: YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, wherever else. We got a Twitter, Instagram, all that sort of stuff at Locked On Huskies. And then for me, it's at rthomashoff34 on all social media because I also do writing. I cover the Huskies with UW Huskies Wire. So that's uwhuskieswire.usatoday.com. Do a whole bunch of writing stuff over there. I got a guy, Alex Katzen, who writes with me that does a fantastic game plan article every week. He's in the midst of doing his Iowa one right now, and that's going to be one of the best things that you're going to read all week long. So highly recommend checking all that out as well.
Well, sweet. When you get that wrote, send it our way, and we'll share it out so we can get some more feedback on the enemy there. But Roman, it's been fun, man. We'll let you get to your next podcast, and good luck Saturday. And sorry, but go Hawks.
Sir.
Hey, no, I totally get it. Brad, Brandon, seriously, guys, thank you so much for having me.
All right, man. We'll do this again some other time, man. Take care.
Absolutely. You guys too. Have a good one.
All right, later. Man, that was fun.
That was awesome. That was fun. I love doing that.
I guess we better briefly pay some bills here. So I better give a shout out to some of our supporters and sponsors. Obviously, down below, as you can see who we got there, College Football Dogs, for helping make this possible with the college sports villains. The Carson King Foundation. He was on our show earlier. He's a fantastic guy with a great platform going on, giving back to the communities and especially the Stead Family Hospital, Children's Hospital there. Merkel's there, the original Hawkeye bar in Chicago. If you're in Wrigleyville, guys, check them out, man. Good people. Buffalo Wild Wings, go. Shout out to the group and the boys out in New Jersey. Shout out Billy, Hawkeye alum guys, running those out there in the New Jersey Wanacue area. So, yeah, man, thanks to all these people. And obviously Hawkeye Heaven. We couldn't have done it without you. So,
yes.
Yeah, Dean, we agree, man. Roman was fantastic. I may just bring Roman on just to bullshit football sometime, dude. That guy is.
I agree. He's cool shit. I love it.
Great. Brandon, my dad agrees with you.
Thanks, man.
All right, man. Let's wash our hands with the weekend. Let's do one more little fun thing, man. We it's time for a Hawk tour segment, baby. Little Hawk tour here. I know. It's time. Sorry, I got to load everything up here. This is a little bit slower than I thought it would be. So I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Man.
Spit on that thing.
Like there. Oh, hey, what?
All right, man. We're going to wash our hands from this week of football and move on to the next. You want to go first or you want me to go?
You go ahead.
All right, man. This is mine, dude. What the actual fuck was this guy thinking? I don't know if any of you guys saw this in the South Carolina game, but he made a tackle. It might have been a sack. I don't know. But then he proceeds to unload a clip on this dude. I lost. I was like, my mouth hit the floor, and I'm like, what did I just see? going on this screen. Dude, I could not.
Dude, we gotta ask Andrew from the Villains because I know he's a Cock fan.
Yeah, dude, I could not believe I saw that. And it just stood out to me this weekend because that dude was just like pumping the clip into this dude. Like, come on, that is not a celebration you should be doing. And for me,
Come
that's
on,
your
man, we're not like 5-year-olds.
you don't do that though. That is not a celebration. We are not 5-year-olds, but that is not a celebration. That is not one I would ever do. Some of them are good. And
Did
Dean,
they
we
did they
agree.
win?
We agree.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Did
You're
they
right,
win?
Tim. Unfortunately, too many people.
Okay,
Hey, unfortunately, too many people do unload clips on each other, and that's why there's a problem in this world. So I'll rest my case on that one. But guy's an idiot in my book. That's a shitty celebration. Sorry, bro. Like, see you later. See you later.
I'm gonna have to message Andrew
Okay.
from the Villains about that because he's a huge South
He
Carolina
is.
fan.
He is a cock fan. All right, man. What's yours?
What do you think mine is? Take a guess.
Well, I know because you told me.
Every Iowa fan's just. I even got on Facebook as soon as this happened. The 4th down play where we faked it and we got it, and Kirk called the timeout before the play even snapped, but they ended up running the play, and it was called back.
No, that is
So-
not actual. Actually, that could be actual footage.
So I'm gonna kind of contradict myself here and be a hypocrite. So I get why he did what he did, but I also what pissed me off more was the fact that we're not ranked. They're what? What were they? Number 2 or number 3? I can't remember.
3 last week.
They're 3. Why the fuck didn't we like unload everything we had on them? Why
We never do.
did we not just go fucking ape shit? Even if we got killed like 100-0, at least we know, hey, we tried our best. We're not elite like Ohio State. We're still a good football team, which I fully believe that. Now yeah, I know, Tim. Trust me, I know. So I get he was like, oh shit. He probably didn't expect that to actually work, to be honest with you. It's Kirk. He's probably like, yeah, shit. He's probably a pessimist like me. Fuck, it's not gonna work. Fuck. But like the fact that I don't know what, but like it makes you wonder what would have happened with that drive. Would Stevens have gotten up and popped a 3er in there, or would we actually have gotten a touchdown?
Yeah, what happens if we're tied 7-7 at half?
I don't
That's
know.
a
I
fair-
probably still would have been pessimistic and been like, yeah, they're a second half team, just like the weeks before. They start out slow and then they're gonna come back and just Ohio State us like they usually do.
Worst part about that,
But-
though, is Lester called that play. He thought he didn't see what was there. Lester clearly did. Here we are.
So is there a disconnect between head coach and offensive coordinator, or what the fuck is going on? I'm so confused with this situation.
And I don't know if that has to do with him being in the box, calling the plays, and not on the field. Normally, our offensive coordinators are on the field, except for Greg Davis. I think Greg Davis used to sit in the box, but the rest of them are always
God.
with him. So I don't know if that's a miscommunication with headsets, delays. Who knows? Lester saw something and it worked. Ferentz saw something different, called the timeout, botched the whole damn thing. And
That's not a good thing.
And Tim's right. You used it up. But they
That's not a good thing.
They have been practicing a pass fake play though. Remember, we are told by a source.
Oh. I have no idea who that is. Never heard of him.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, you could be right. I'll believe that. Oh, Jesus. Are we really going to answer this already?
hey, why not?
No clue. No clue.
Ferentz does the Nick Saban end of the year. Who would you think?
I don't know. No, I think he'll go 1 or 2 more years before, like, and if the shit keeps going, I think Beth will do something.
Yeah,
Hey, speaking of which,
Andrew, your boy
you
was
could ask
my
him. Wow,
Tua.
you can go back. Go back. Go ahead and go back, man. I'm done talking about this shit. See if he'll answer for you.
Andrew, this is my what the fuck hot Tua of the week. Your boy emptying a clip, man. What is he doing? What are you doing, buddy? That was my moment. So comment. Let me know. Let me know.
Lester didn't call the fake Lamar again, but it's okay. Oh yeah, Kelvin's got like inside freaking knowledge. The dude is
Real quick, then what did Kirk see then? That's just what I wonder. Who knows, man? To be honest with you, it is what it is. The third quarter still happened, so that wasn't the difference in the game, at least. And this one, I mean, that's a loaded question. I think it'll be somebody internally, personally, but
I hope not. I don't want anybody internally. I want them to go outside the box and spend money, but they won't.
Mark Stoops.
I wanted Bob Stoops a while ago, and I think the Stoops train is over with. I think they're getting up in age too, so I don't know.
Where is it? Oh crap! That's where I first saw the video. It was on your page, bro. Yeah, Andrew said the same thing I did.
Shane Beamer. Oh God. No.
I don't know. We'll see, man. It is what it is. Like I said, this is how we're ending this, baby. We're moving on.
Yeah.
It's a new week, man. It's time to get this train back on the track. Your prediction's still doable. That's the best news, man. Our schedule is definitely favorable.
Although listening to Roman talk made me embarrassing. Or not embarrassed. Nervous. Not embarrassed. Nervous. The way he spoke about Washington, I'm a little more nervous than what I was earlier. I'll admit.
Hey.
Sure.
Here's my last take on it. Yes, do I think they have some talent and some playmakers on that team? Absolutely. But I also think we're experienced enough with the home game, and now we got a little chip on our shoulder because if they want these big dreams and these goals that they set preseason, this game is pretty much a must-win. You can't be 3-3 and hope that you're going to compete for a Big Ten championship or make the playoff. Could you be a 10-2 with your 2 losses to 2 top 10 teams? Absolutely. Iowa State keeps taking care of business, man. They're going to float their way all the way in the top 10 or top 5. I know you don't like it, but it is what it is in this day and age of football, man. And then Ohio State, they're a national championship team, dude. Like, if those are your 2 losses at the end of the year to 2 top 5 teams, take care of business the rest of the way and see what happens, right? That's all you can do.
Exactly. I agree.
That's all you can do.
I agree, buddy. Let's do it.
Tim, one day. Yeah. You're talking about Beamer. I mean, see, I'd be okay with this one too, personally. Beamer, Woods, a young, fresh up-and-comer, yeah. It's got to be somebody that's willing to get in the portal and willing to leverage NIL.
Right.
When that day comes, who knows? It's crazy that we're talking about this shit, considering we only had 2 coaches ever, but everybody's got to face the facts. Ferentz is towards the end of his tenure, man. He's just getting too old. 30 years is a long time. Does he probably want to hang it up? No. But he is a smart enough man. He's going to know when to. Case in point, Nick Saban's same shit. He knew when to hang it up. It is what it is.
I like that. I like this comment. I love it.
It is. Yeah. I mean, I've seen a lot of times where we got blown out. Shit, I remember the Arizona State game. We went out there one year and got the brakes beat off of us like 44-7 or some shit. And Ferentz put the toilet in the middle of the locker room to flush that down the shitter, and they ended up winning 10 games that year. So this season's young, man. I mean,
it's true. It's true.
Conversation will
We're
be
halfway through.
maybe, I guess. What were you gonna say?
We're halfway through the season, pretty much. Just about,
Yeah.
I think.
This game.
What has it been like a month since we've been at home too?
It feels like
been
it.
a month.
3 weeks.
I'm pretty sure it's close. It's insane.
Yeah, 3 weeks. You're right. Because it was Minnesota by Ohio State.
Oof.
So yeah, they haven't been in Kinnick for a month. So yeah, that's why I said the fans are going to be into this thing, man. And there's still a lot riding on this season, man. And we are a good team. Like Levi said earlier, this is a good team. We just got to find a way to put this shit together 100%, man. I'm all right with all that too, Kelvin. To be honest with you. I love Betts as a coach, personally. I think
I do too.
I think he's fantastic. Him and LeVar coming at they're Iowa boys, but they're young enough to get what's going on with this shit. So, like, honestly, I'd be all right with those. I mean, we got a good core of assistants, to be honest with you. Kelvin, you're 100% on that shit, dude. 100%. Man, what you got? You got anything?
I can't wait to be on Melrose. Well, I'm going to be close by on Melrose. I'm going to tailgate with my boy Moose, who commented earlier. Can't wait to do that. Can't wait to be in Kinnick. It's Stripe the Stadium weekend. Unfortunately, I have to wear gold this weekend. I'm more of a fan of black, but I'll find something for gold, I guess. Weather's supposed to be decent. No wind, no nothing. Just partly cloudy skies. I think upper 70s, maybe lower 80s. Decent. So I'm excited, man. I cannot wait. Oh god.
I did all right first game, man. I wouldn't be mad about that. It's a dude that's gonna change it up enough, man, to compete. That's all I think. But man, what do you say we wrap this baby up? I gotta go check out my cameras at my house and make sure I still have a fence and trees, man, as Milton comes crossing Florida to my house. I'm just praying I don't have to drop and fly home here tomorrow because my house is a complete shit show. But we'll see.
I'll say you have mess, but I don't think you're gonna have a leveled house, dude.
Well, not a level house. I just want to have power. That's the only thing I give a shit about. Just
yeah.
Your power stays on, man. But as Tim said, gotta find it, man. As Tim said up here earlier, damn, it's gonna take me a while to find this shit.
It happens. Too many comments, man.
Boom. Florida man is undefeated at home, dude.
Facts.
Undefeated at home, man. Dude, what do you say we head on out of here, man?
Heck yeah, I got hockey to watch, man. You gotta enjoy your night. Try to enjoy your night, dude. Please, for me and for everybody else.
I'm gonna be looking at my cameras all night, dude, making sure everything's good. No, man, this has been fun again. Appreciate Roman coming on, dude. That guy was phenomenal. I can't wait to have him again, chat. Maybe we'll join him sometime. That'd be cool.
We gotta go seagating. Just no Starbucks.
Yeah, no Starbucks. I can't do Starbucks either, man. I work for a company that doesn't like Starbucks, so we're good.
Good.
I don't drink coffee anyway, so we're fine. Man, Well, you enjoy this weekend, dude. I'm jealous of you again. I'm gonna live vicariously through you as I'm working. Make sure you send me those videos and pictures again, and try to go live.
It'll be on the Hawkaholics page, by the way. And for anybody who's affected by the storms, especially you, Brad, and your family, I just keep your thoughts and prayers for everybody in Florida. Like seriously, that it sucks. I have a vacation, well, not a vacation home, but we have like a rental that we, like a million of us borrow for like weeks on end, and I'm pretty sure it's going to get messed up. So, but for those of you that live in Florida, if you're watching, if somehow you're watching, prayers and thoughts are with you guys. I mean, stay safe. We love you.
Yep.
Take it away, Brad. Let's do it.
Yeah, man. And as always, man, go Hawks, and we'll see you next Wednesday, man.
Go Hawks. Yeah,
cheers,
man.
Cheers, baby.
Don't take a loss. I double down like the sights. I know where to be found.